Have you ever wondered why we are so drawn to idolize movie characters? It's a curious phenomenon, isn't it? We often find ourselves captivated by these fictional personas, their enchanting stories and inspiring journeys. This fascination, though seemingly harmless, has deep-seated roots in our psychology. It taps into our innate desire to connect, to aspire, and sometimes even to escape. But what happens when this admiration crosses a line? It's intriguing, isn't it? Let's delve into this a bit more. In our day-to-day life, we come across various individuals, each with their unique traits. But how does this compare with the characters we see on the silver screen? As we navigate the world, we encounter a rich tapestry of personalities, each individual a complex blend of strengths, weaknesses, quirks, and idiosyncrasies. Each person we meet is a product of a unique set of life experiences, values, and motivations that shape their character in unpredictable ways. No two individuals are the same, and that's the beauty of real life. Movie characters, on the other hand, often lack this complexity. While they may be compelling and engaging, they are usually designed to fit into a particular narrative. They might be the brave hero, the cunning villain, the comic relief, or the romantic interest. These characters often embody specific traits to serve the story, making them somewhat one-dimensional. Moreover, movie characters are by design larger than life. They are often portrayed as incredibly smart, impossibly beautiful, or unbelievably brave. They overcome obstacles with ease, make the right decisions at the right time, and always have the perfect witty comeback. This is, of course, part of their appeal. It's fun to watch these characters and get lost in their world. But it's important to remember that these characters are fictional, and their traits and actions are often exaggerated for dramatic effect. This creates a disconnect between the real and real world. Real-life individuals, with all their complexity and unpredictability, can never match up to these idealized characters. It's like comparing a photograph to a painting. The photograph captures reality, with all its imperfections, while the painting can be manipulated to create an idealized version of reality. So, when we idolize these movie characters, we are essentially setting ourselves up for disappointment. We're comparing ourselves to an unrealistic standard, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. So, while real-life individuals are complex and unpredictable, movie characters are often idealized and simplified, setting unrealistic expectations. It's fun to admire movie characters, but have you ever considered the potential dangers of this admiration turning into idolization? We often find ourselves drawn to the allure of movie characters. They fascinate us, inspire us, and sometimes we even see a part of ourselves in them. But when admiration crosses the line into idolization, it can have some serious repercussions. One of the most significant dangers is the creation of unrealistic expectations. Movie characters often portray idealized versions of people, living in a world where everything from their looks to their lifestyle seems perfect. But life isn't a movie. In reality, there are no retakes, no scripted dialogues, and certainly no perfect hair days every day. Idolizing these characters can set us up for disappointment when we realize that real life doesn't match the glossy perfection of the silver screen. Then there's the issue of unhealthy comparisons. If we're constantly measuring ourselves against these fictional beings, we're setting ourselves up for a losing battle. We start to focus on our perceived shortcomings, rather than celebrating our unique qualities and achievements. This can lead to a negative self-image, decreased self-esteem, and even mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Perhaps most dangerously, idolizing movie characters can lead to a distorted perception of reality. We start to view the world through the lens of a script, where problems are resolved in a 2-hour runtime, and everyone gets a happy ending. This distorted perception can make it difficult for us to cope with the complexities and uncertainties of real life. Moreover, idolization can also lead to blind imitation. We may try to emulate the behaviors, attitudes, or even the moral values of these characters without questioning if they're right or wrong, good or bad. And this, needless to say, can have serious implications on our personal growth and moral compass. As we can see, idolizing movie characters can lead to a host of issues, primarily revolving around unrealistic expectations and distorted perceptions. It's essential to enjoy movies, admire characters, but always with a firm grip on reality, understanding that fiction is just that, fiction. And real life is a different, more complex, and far more beautiful script. Admiration is natural, but it's important to draw a line between admiration and idolization. But how do we do that? Well, it starts with understanding that movie characters are, at the end of the day, fictional. They are crafted by writers, brought to life by actors, and polished by directors. They are the result of someone's imagination, amplified by the magic of cinema. They are not real and they should not be treated as such. In contrast, admiration is a healthy emotion. We can admire a character's resilience, their bravery, their kindness. We can admire their journey, their growth, their triumphs. This admiration can inspire us, motivate us, and even help us better understand ourselves and the world around us. But it should not blind us to reality. We should not let these characters dictate our expectations of what our lives should be like. We should not let them define our standards of success, of beauty, of love. We should not let them influence our perception of ourselves and others. Instead, we should appreciate these characters for what they are: pieces of art. They are not role models, but they can still teach us valuable lessons. They can make us laugh, make us cry, make us think. They can spark conversations, foster empathy, and even challenge societal norms. By understanding the difference between fiction and reality, we can admire movie characters without letting them dictate our expectations and perceptions. So, why should we avoid idolizing movie characters? Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. We've explored the stark contrast between real-life individuals and movie characters, illuminating the fact that these figures, as captivating as they may be, are mere constructs of fiction. They are shaped by the whims of writers and directors, not bound by the realities and complexities of human existence. We've delved into the dangers of idolizing these characters, highlighting the potential distortions in our perceptions and expectations of ourselves and those around us. We've seen how this idolization can lead to unhealthy comparisons, unrealistic standards, and a skewed understanding of life's realities. Finally, we've discussed the importance of striking a balance. Admiration for these characters is not inherently harmful. It's the idolization that tips the scale and blurs the line between fiction and reality. While it's fun to admire movie characters, it's important to remember that they are just that: characters in a movie. Let's enjoy them for what they are, without letting them distort our perception of reality.